This is Brian with ScreenFiles.com and Review. I have tickets for Happy Deathday to you for the weekend, so I figured I might as well catch up and watch the original movie, Happy Deathday. And if you're going to do this, please, please do not watch Russian Doll before you do it. Because Happy Deathday is really simplistic in that you have the lead character who's repeating one day incessantly till she finds out who killed her. Now, that's an okay premise, but the thing is, the lead character sets out an uber bitch, just the worst. And she gradually, as she repeats her lives, becomes a kinder, gentler person. This is a more fanciful idea than, frankly, the whole idea of repeating one's life who knows how many times. That's the dumbest idea. That's the more fanciful idea because people don't change. Not like that. I have to bring up Russian Doll again because with that movie, Natasha Lyonne's character kept repeating her day, but she remained who she was. She started out a mean, irritable bitch in some ways, and she stayed a mean, irritable bitch. But she gained clarity through understanding what was going on around her, and that clarity better enabled her to interact with people around her. So while she was repeating her days due to some unknown event, she didn't suddenly become angelic and a perfect person. This is silly, and I have to repeat, this is the most fanciful aspect of the entire scenario. That she would change like this so drastically is just dumb to me. I mean, it didn't allow me to invest in her as a character. If she had been a bitch initially, which she was, but she gradually learned to treat people respectfully, still remaining a bitch, I would have enjoyed it more. At this point, though, it plays like a fairy tale. And it's also not as violent as I would have thought it would be. I mean, it's literally called Happy Death Day. By the way, what college has a baby as a mascot? I'm serious. Typically, a mascot is meant to evoke strength. That's why you have eagles, warriors of various types and time periods, and other assorted animals. A baby? That literally makes no sense. And no college, and I repeat, no college, despite knowing virtually anything at all about college mascots, no college would have a baby as a mascot. No way! It's dumb. It evokes helplessness. It evokes unable to defend oneself. And it's silly. But that being said, it's not a bad movie. It's actually pretty interesting. It's not badly acted. The problem is its writing. And to create initially such an unsympathetic character and to have such a 360-degree turn of said character is, for me, not a great thing. It's not a human thing. Because her essential nature as a character was changed by the end of the movie. I don't buy that, because that's just not the way people work. And in fact, even in movies, it's not the way people tend to work. Then again, I'm a product of the modern age. It could be cynicism on my part. Granted, I accept that. But still, it's not the way people tend to work. Her transformation in this movie is so profound, so 360 from the way she was before. I didn't buy it. I wasn't sympathetic to her. It was a situation where I've spoken in the past where I've said I hate movies that tell you how to feel. That's like with movies that have music that tells you to feel happy, to feel sad, as opposed to the characters actually acting, making you come by those emotions. The movies will manipulate you because they're showing up a weak story or some other problem. And this is like that. It's such a manipulative story when all you had to do is to present the character as a human, which is to say, she was a bitch before, she should have been a bitch at the end. And that's okay, because a bitch can be a good person generally. I mean, in the sense that a bitch can still be a bitch at the end of their journey, but they don't treat everyone harshly and meanly. They actually learn to open their hearts a little bit, care, but they're still a bitch. So, if there's a moral to this narrative, it's that I wish I had not watched Russian Doll before watching Happy Deathday. Now keep in mind, Russian Doll is a series. So, what is it? 7 or 8 episodes, give or take. So you certainly have more time to develop, to have a character marinate, and to become something really interesting. I get that. But Happy Deathday never had it to begin with. You could have 20 episodes. Well, let's say if you had Happy Deathday as an episodic series, you could have 20 episodes and it probably wouldn't have the depth of what we saw with Russian Doll because it's not designed to. It's very disposable, very empty, and unfortunately not that great a movie. And I already paid for my ticket for the sequel. Hopefully it improves.